Just leaving Kingswear now, out on the African Queen. We're just going out for a few hours Plaice fishing. Light tackle. One of the rigs I'm going to be using is called the Predator rig, and the second one is a bit of a Bling rig, but it's proved quite popular with a lot of anglers. So we'll see how we do. I'm going to be using prawns on one rod, raw king prawns from the supermarket, and we're going to be using ragworm on the other. Fishing, but a little bit overfished now, so it doesn't fish as well. There are some good bass markers too. Got to use a bit of nods to find them though. One of the things that you need to do when you're out fishing for Plaice, if you're using ragworm or prawns or anything like that for bait, you want to cut up squid really finely and just use it to tip the hooks. Here, what I'm using is a bit of catering squid. It's thicker and tougher than your calamari squid, but you can cut it into beautiful little strips. And each one of these goes through the width, just have that hanging off the tip of the hook, and that can be really effective for the Plaice. Gives a little bit of movement, a little bit of a white flash, draws them in. So catering squid, much better than ordinary squid. So drifting out now, we've arrived at the mark. Just let my tackle go in. I like to wander it back from the boat a bit. Don't look too bad a day. Expecting a bit of rain later, so not quite the sunny conditions that's perfect for filming. But such is life. I got prawn and launch strip on one. I took 2 hooks on the Predator rig. And I'll show you how to make the Predator rig later. Let's start off with prawn and launch on one hook, and on the other hook I've got a couple of ragworm. Tip that up with launch too. Most of the Plaice, they're feeding over the banks and they're chasing sand eels, so it's going to be their dinner. So we're putting down what hopefully they would like to see. Be nice to see what happens. Rods and reels that I like using, little bait casters, trigger grip, palm size multipliers, 10-pound braid. They look little, and they are, but the other year I had a 11-pound 9.5 small-eyed ray, took on one hook of a Predator rig, and then a few weeks later I had an 8-pound blonde ray on one as well. Not really recommended for this size of rod, but it was good fun. My 3 companions on this trip. There's Alan, the skipper, and over there having a go for mackerel. We've got Dave just there in the corner. We've got Mick over there. Give us a smile, give us a wave there, Mick. And then we've got Ed, known by his friends as Fishless, in the middle. Hopefully he's going to catch some fish today.
Someone coming up there?
Got anything, Dave?
No.
Something there, I think. Something there? Yeah, definitely. No, water.
Not that really. Should have been here yesterday.
That was yesterday the day, was it, Alan?
Plenty of mackerel.
Launce, always a terrific bait.
We got them easily as well, you know, it wasn't long before we were on the Plaice.
Oh, well, that's good.
So is the YouTube video enterprising, Martin, or is it just for fun?
Fun.
So if you become a multi-millionaire, will we get any of the credit? You know what these YouTubers are like now?
Oh yeah, I'm not in that category.
Yeah, Martin got one.
Oh, excellent.
Something anyway. Feels like a launch.
There we go, Alan's feathering there. I like the little speaky lures for the lawns. Yeah, no, there you go. That's the first of the sand eels up on that one.
I think that this time of year then is it? Because we've never caught any before. We've never caught them, have we? You know? No. Is that a fish you had on there?
Yeah, it was.
Gone there?
Yeah.
If you get a fish,
live, mate.
just keep it tight.
I'll tell you what, if the language gets fruity, I swap to the music.
Just put it on there. Then.
You'll find there's quite a few of my videos where all of a sudden it goes into music and stays on the music for a little while.
Well, because usually the videos that Dave's in are funny music.
Yeah. It's drifting out nicely behind the boat now.
You might have to wait for the tide to turn to get any space marking, because the tide's just about to die now.
Alright, no worries.
That last video you were in, Dave, you were wearing waders, but you were nowhere near water.
Still filming, Martin?
I am, yeah.
Mackerel this time.
Mackerel this time?
No, another launch. I'm sure
Yeah.
it'll be a mackerel, shouldn't it, won't it?
Yeah. That's a better one, isn't it? Just had a little touch here.
Really? You went off your toes?
See what we'll... No, I think that could have been a crab jumped on it. Don't think there's a fish here. If it is, it's tiny. Or swimming towards me. No. Not this time. Don't know, might be something small. Something very small. Ah. Yes, we have got one, but yes, it's small. I shall hand line this little chap in and we'll pop him straight back. So there we go. Target species. Little Plaice. Some people would take that. I won't. That's going to go back. That was on the prawn of the sand eel. Lovely. There you go. First mackerel coming up. A couple there, another one just there.
Yeah.
I'm sticking out from the place.
They were about the size we had yesterday.
So here we go. Little girder just over there. You can always tell if it's a tub girder because you've got a blue rim all the way around the petrol fins there. Just see the blue on the edge. Back he goes.
Martyn.
Another little mackerel there as well. I'm holding out for the Plaice. Just had a little touch. Bit more of a rattle than a Plaice. Felt a bit more like a gurnard.
Far more.
We shall see in a second. Very light rod. Quite often you'll find the Plaice will sort of swim in. As long as they're near the bottom, they're quite comfortable. But then once you start moving them up off the bottom, that's when they kick their tails in protest a bit. Especially with the light rods. If that was a gurnard, I'd have missed it, because I didn't strike. You strike with a Plaice, you're going to whip it away from it. Doesn't feel to be any weight on this one, so unless he's swimming in with it. Don't think there's anything there. Oh, on second thoughts, I take that back. Now he's just started to move off the bottom. Once he comes off the bottom, they don't like it. There you go, a little tiny fella. So this is the tackle that I'm using. Little homemade boom. I like to make my own tackle wherever I can. With swivel top and bottom so the boom can rotate 360 degrees. Coming down here, and I've got a breakaway T-swivel, and that's caught in between two beads and two pieces of telephone wire. And then I've got a bit of ragworm with a lawn strip on one, and I've got a prawn on the other. And so far it's been the prawn for both of the Plaice that I've caught. So there we go.
Oh, look at the size of this beauty!
There you go. Little Plaice there.
Give him an
8 days ago, 9 days ago. Everybody's at one now.
Yeah.
You don't know it, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, this is better fish.
When you've only got a small bit of line, if that fish wants to take a big dive, you're not in control of it. So, yeah, and you can take the weight out of my dive. You need the net?
I think so, Alan. It's biting well.
Yeah, probably the decent.
That'd be nice. It's such fun on these little rods though.
Yeah.
He sprinted towards the boat just then.
Yeah, I went for the turbot one.
It's just a little one. It's alright. He fought well for his size. The Bling rig. I hesitate to use this one, but we shall see. This one I hardly ever use. It just, I call it the Bling rig. The hardest thing about it is actually drilling the swivel to allow the thing to go through it. They're really tough, those swivels, and I do struggle with that sometimes. But these ones, they do have the advantage. They hardly ever, they hardly ever tangle.
Yeah.
But the other thing with them is that the fish that they tend to catch tend to be purely flatfish, whereas the predator rig that I was using earlier, if there's other species around, you tend to catch on those as well. So this one, yeah, it's more of a Plaice specialist one. The predator rig more of a general species.
Yeah.
But we shall try. We shall see what happens. I used to find I colour coordinated the beads to the bait, so I used to find that black and green worked really well with peeler crab.
Yeah.
And then if you used ragworm and squid, for example, red and white beads work better with those.
Amazing, isn't it?
But there are days when it contradicts it, but days when that definitely works. So here, for prawn, I reckon a kind of shellfish. So.
I remember once I was fishing for carp. I was using red and white maggot, red and white.
Yeah.
And I changed simple to white and red. Started catching.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Are we there yet? Oh, take that, it's good to go. Yeah.
Always where their food is, but finding their food is the problem. You really don't want that on after the squid, whatever you've got dangling should always be on the end.
Just a short video this time, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. It's much appreciated.